Yeah, if you need to move around, that's fine, whatever the best angle is. So welcome back to the channel, folks. Josh here. We just got a swarm call from a nice gentleman, Danny here. About right up the road from me. Only took me about 5-7 minutes to get here. So this one should be an easy one. You can see, I don't know what that is, about maybe 10, 12 feet up in the air. I'm hoping I can just cut that branch right above them. And does this go any higher, Danny? The ladder? These? Yeah. Okay. Oh. And it'll go up? Oops. Must be doing something wrong. No, yeah, it's okay. I'll take it. Yeah, go ahead. If you know how to make it go a little larger, higher. Oh, it goes down. That's what I was doing wrong. Okay. Yeah, that'll be good. Thank you. I want to be able to get right above that branch. Yeah, perfect. Being difficult, isn't it?
It's trying to, but we'll get it.
There we go. Okay.
Is that about where you...
Yeah, that's perfect, Danny. Thank you. I'll let you take the camera again. Appreciate it. All right. Pretty good sized swarm there. They were asking me how many bees I think are there. I was guessing around 7,000 or so. Not as big as the one I got the other day, but still really good size. He said they just showed up today, so I don't think they've been there long. Couple hours or so. Okay. Yeah, and with these bivouacs, they can sometimes they stay for 10 minutes, and sometimes they stay for 2 weeks. You know, sometimes they stay forever if they can't find another suitable spot. They will start building comb right there, and pretty much try to make that their new home. Of course, they won't survive the winter. That's why we try to rescue them, but. It's what's known as like an open air hive. All right. What I don't want to do is cut the branch. It's a delicate balance because they're all just hanging to each other. Sometimes, half the times when you cut the branch, that motion itself, thousands of bees will fall to the ground. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I'd love to be able to keep them in that ball. This is where I wish I had 3 arms, you know? It'd be a lot easier. Can I trim this a little bit here, Danny, to get it out of the way? Okay, thank you, sir. Just be a little easier for me to get to them. All right. And like I said, that happens a few times. But the good news is the flying bees almost always will go right back up to that branch because the queen's up there somewhere or in here. And they're going to be real happy to see that. Thanks, Danny. And generally, if you just lay them right down there, they'll crawl down and walk down into that comb. Now, if I see the queen, I'll grab her and cage her, but... Yeah, there is, and I'll go grab them. Tiny little cluster up there. I'm trying to see if they just walk down on the frames that I've given them here. And they usually do. I'm also just seeing if by some miracle I spot the queen.
only looks different than the other.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'll go get that remaining cluster there. Yeah, she got underneath me and stung me. I think she crawled up my leg is what happened. That felt good. All right, let's get the other tiny ones up there. Is that me or you? Okay. And there's a bunch of bees on the ground over here. One of these days I'm gonna learn to bring a sheet. But what I can do is, once I get the bees in here, if the queen's in here, these bees that are in the grass will march in. So I think we've got most of the ones off the tree there. Yeah, right here on the leg. I think she crawled up my leg and didn't like being in there. Every once in a while you get real lucky and you spot the queen, because if you get the queen, you'll get the swarm. They won't leave her. I'm going to gently shake the rest of these off because I want them to go in there. I'm hoping she's in there. And what I do is I cover the, they're all gonna wanna come, they could smell her through the ventilation, so I cover it. And then I've got an opening over here, and this is what I'm gonna set next to these bees in the grass. And if she's in there, they'll start marching in. Yeah, there's quite a few on the ground. Thank you. And they're marching in. This is a real cool thing. I don't know if you want to brave it or not, but if you want to come see this real quick, it's super cool. They're not aggressive. I can't promise you won't get stung, but they're marching in like crazy. Do you see it? Do you see them going in? Isn't that neat? That means she's in there. Yeah, they know. They know exactly where their queen is. That's just such a neat thing to see. We call it the march. Yeah. Yeah, I just think that's neat. I know. God's amazing. It's unreal. Exactly. That's exactly what my mom says. Yeah, tell me there's no God, right? That's cool. We still got, like I said, you're still going to have some up there flying, maybe 50 or so, but they'll either come down here because the bees, oh, I got a bee right on the lens here, hang on. The bees will start to nason off, which is a pheromone that they secrete out of the back of their abdomen there. It's an attractant. It tells all these flying bees, hey guys, down here.
So how, you can stay as long as you want.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably end up staying here another 10 or 15 minutes. I like to let as many march in as I can get.
So with the queen gone, they won't stay then?
No, they won't stay. The bees that are kind of stragglers here, they'll be like, well, where'd she go? And especially since I cut the limb down, her scent is still on this limb. So you'd be more inclined to be attracted over here they're flying around confused over here, like where'd the swarm go? But bees can smell approximately 50 times better than humans. And so they'll smell this nasin off, and they're smelling her. That's why they're going inside. They smell her. The queen emits a bunch of different pheromones. Queen mandibular pheromone, all sorts of different pheromones. She's really stinky to them in a good way, so they can smell her instantly, and they know exactly where she is. But like I said, this is called a bivouac. So what was happening is, I swear that bee is still up my leg. But she can only sting me once. Somewhere around here, there's a feral colony. And so that colony threw off this swarm somewhere, and it gets too crowded, right? It gets too crowded. Come on down, out of my leg. Yeah, so yes, generally they'll find another one, or they will die. These worker bees only live 6 weeks anyway. But what they're doing here is it got too crowded wherever they were, and so they came back and landed here, and then the scout bees get sent out, and they go and look for a new home, crevice, hole in a log, in a tree, something along those lines. If they successfully find that, come back and convince the rest of the bivouac that I found a good home, they'll all leave together. And they do that with a thing called the waggle dance. So the scout bee will come back, and she will land on that giant ball of bees, and she will perform a figure 8 and shake her butt back and forth while walking in a figure 8. And that tells all of them within pinpoint accuracy where they need to go several miles away. Now you want to talk about tell me God isn't real. That to me is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I have no idea how they know to do that. It's incredible. And the guy that discovered it won, prize after prize. Because typically they're doing that in the hive in the dark, in the complete darkness. So they're incredible creatures. All right. Yeah. Yeah. What's my process from here? Yeah. Okay, so as soon as they all get in there, I'm going to drive them back to my house. I'll get a new Langstroth beehive set up. I'll set that up somewhere in my apiary, and then I'll transfer them tonight. So I'll take those frames and I'll put them inside that new Langstroth box. And if she's in there, she'll start to lay immediately because there's drawn comb in there, like one frame of drawn comb. And I also gave them some honey because swarms can get hungry real quick. Before they leave the hive, they gorge themselves on honey because they know they're going to be without resources for a while. So a nice way to keep them from leaving is to give them a frame of honey. But as soon as that queen starts laying in there, they're going to stay. And then they'll do orientation flights, and basically they'll establish that as their new home. So I went into winter with 22. I suffered a lot of losses this year. I got all the way down to just 8 colonies, but I'm back up to 13 with 2 colonies and swarm traps that I need to remove. So the good thing about bees is you can rebound pretty easily. Yeah.
Is this the time of year when they do?
This is the exact time of year of swarming. And the reason why they swarm this time of year is because there's an abundance of natural resources available. So there's tons of nectar and there's tons of pollen. Because they know when they leave their home, they're homeless, they have no resources, but they've got natural resources everywhere now. So the bees know that that's the best time to split themselves in two, because that's how they ensure the survival of their species. They know the best time to split themselves in two, and so they do that in the early spring when there's an abundance of natural resources. You wouldn't want to do it in the middle of August when everything's, burnt up and dead. You would call that a swarm or a bivouac. They're hanging on each other. Yeah, that's why you saw several of them fall to the ground, because just a little bump like that can cause them to dislodge from each other. So we're going to wait a few more minutes. We'll go ahead, try to get as many of these bees inside. We'll get them transferred back to the house, and then we'll get them inside their new home. All right, we are back at the apiary from getting this swarm. It is April 20th. It's around 7 p.m. or so. So I've got a new setup here. Go ahead and get this over there. How's that look? A little further up, a little over. There we go. Oh, yeah. Lost my golf tee in there. Get that one to stick in. There we go. Okay, opted for the white box on this one. For the deep, 2 frames are in here because I believe there's 8 frames in the Hive Butler. And I gave them a, where's my hive tool? It's already stuck in there. It's a new swarm. They may be hungry, so I've got a frame of honey in here for them to munch on. Okay, let's go ahead and get the Hive Butler over here. Okay. Get this ready. Beautiful day out here today. And the weather's just amazing. I think it's like 60 something or close to 70. It's just, I wish we had more days like this in Kentucky. Springtime's just pretty nice. All right, let's get them out. Get them rehomed. Are they clustering on the inside? Oh yeah, of course. Why do they always do that? I'm gonna try something different here. Let's see if this works. That seems better than doing it when you have all the frames in there. Right? I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, definitely not a monster like that other one. But still pretty good size. Yeah, there's honey on this one too. Okay. And the rest of these are mostly foundation because I want them to draw me some nice new wax. Pretty confident the queen's in here. I'm not going to look for her right now. Give them a few days. Maybe when I get back from Kent's. I'm not too worried about it. The way they were marching in like their butts were on fire pretty much told me what I needed to know. Not the most docile swarm, I'll say that much. They tagged me a few times, and then I said I'm not going to look for the queen, but I just can't help it. It literally is like a game of Where's Waldo. There's a reason that book was pretty successful, at least in my day. Yeah, they were grumpy. I don't know if, I mean, they hadn't been there that long, according to the homeowner. So I don't know. I do not know. They're doing okay now. They're not too upset. But when I first got them down from that branch there, they weren't happy with me. They were not happy. It's like you wish you could tell them, I'm here to help. Be nice. They don't care. They have no idea what we're doing. Yeah, I mean, there's a fair amount of bees here, guys. It's not like some monster swarm like the other one, but I will take it gladly. Really thankful and blessed to have been able to recover from my winter losses rather quickly here. Like I said, I'm very grateful for that. I think I can slowly lower this one without any risks of rolling the queen if she's on here. Yeah. All right. How's that, girls? That's got to be better, right? I would think. Yes, I talk to my bees. Don't you guys? Am I the only one? Okay. Let's see if the queen's down here. My luck is she would be. Let's try to get these stragglers in here. Everybody out. Out, out, out. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. All right, let me open this for him. All right. I'd say that's most of them. Let's get this, about fell over it. This medium brood box on. It's got drawn comb in here, so if she's in there, she can start laying right away. Get this colony built up. All right, what are we doing here? What are we doing? What's next, guys? Inner cover, outer cover. Right? Let's see if they figure out where their new entrance is. All right, there's no notch on this one. Oh, yeah, they're going in. Yep. They're smart. They're figuring it out. In you go. All right. Off the outer edge. I don't want to squish you. Try to avoid squishing bees around here. All right, a few stragglers on the bricks, but anything going on at the entrance? Not yet. They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. I can see my box is a little off. There we go. How's that? They sure like me for some reason. I don't know. Do I smell like a queen or something? Somehow get her pheromone or something on me? I don't know. They keep coming back to me. All right. Well, that was easy. Not too bad, huh? All in the day's work as a beekeeper. No, that was good. That was good. Happy to get this one. And bonus, it was close to the house. I always like that. It's a lot better than when you drive 40 minutes in one direction and then they take off on you 2 minutes before you get there, which is what happened to me a couple times. That's super annoying, let me tell you. But I think that's it. I think that's it for this video. Hope you guys liked it. If you did, you know the drill. Give it a thumbs up for me. That helps me out a lot. God bless you and your bees, and we'll see you on the next video. All right, a little bonus footage. What do we think's going on here? We don't have a queen in there, do we? Do we have a queen in there? I'm gonna say no. Sometimes this lid is really stuck on. I don't know if we have... Did we have a swarm move in? Oh, we might. We might, folks. We might. Might have had a little swarm move in there. All right. Bring it on. Heck yeah. We'll let them settle in. That's exciting. I wonder if my mega colony swarmed on me and landed up here. You know how we'll find out, right? That blue dot queen will be inside. So more to come on that one, guys. Have a great day.